Hello everybody, it is Alex here from the Comic Central, and today we are going to be doing my holiday haul. In this video I'm going to be discussing mostly the books I got for Christmas and around that time with a tiny bit of money after, and I have gotten some other books since then, but I've mainly sort of done a cutoff of, in general, mainly what I got on Christmas and like the week or two following before some other books I've gotten, which will be in another video eventually, of books I have gotten from Organic Price Books and talking about my experiences with that, which is excellent, but I'm going to talk about that later. But now we have my haul. I'm just going to sort of jump into it, talking about all the books, and I'm starting with the DC section, which is the biggest section when it comes to books. So, we'll just jump in. And the first book that I have is the Batman Wayne Family Adventures, the webtoon comic, which was collected the first 25 episodes, which are just short, mini paged like stories, where it's changed formatted as it's normally a free that you can get on your phone, but it's formatted in a nice condensed way, where it's fun stories about the Bat family that are not just like big major stories, and their big major stories are normally silly two parts like Damian trying to make friends, or there's one thing where it's like Alfred, the second episode is Alfred is like people, where if on patrol, Bat family in general, no one gets injured, Alfred will prep and prepare tons of like cookies and all this great baked goods, and his cookies are award-winning chocolate chip cookies. So when it goes down to the last cookie, people fight for it. Because this year there's also a workout, like an arm day thing, where it's like, I can do that. It's like, you gotta, oh, you think you can do this? Well, I can do this. And then they just go, and then like their arms really hurt. It's truly just a fun book that I'd recommend for just Bat family interactions. That's really exciting. But you don't have to buy it, since you can read it for free on the Webtoon app. Next, we have a book that I didn't get for Christmas. I got this while in Arizona. And why was I in Arizona? I went to the Fiesta Bowl, since family. It's Penn State, K-State. It's like a weird stuff because like mom's side being from Pennsylvania and stuff. I won't get into all of that. But I was in Arizona, and a tradition that I have is I always go to a comic shop. Even from when I didn't start like fully collecting comics, my brother wanted to do it, where we go to a comic shop everywhere we go, practically. We have to go to a comic shop. And I got a lot of single issues, that's cool, but I don't really do haul videos on single issues, because it would just be way too much of like going through every issue, but I do it for collecteds. So I got Superman for All Seasons. I love Superman for All Seasons. It is an amazing story, one of the best Superman stories, and because of this, I have I'm gonna have a Superman video coming eventually. I know that I say, come here. So I know that I say that there's a lot of stuff coming, and that's because I have a lot of stuff planned. But also, I procrastinate as a dumb middle schooler. So these projects will happen eventually, but it might take time, or there might be technical difficulty. That's why the BTAS series has not come out, is because I don't know how to do the video files to get clips. Because if I don't have clips, then people will complain, where are the clips? But if I don't do it, people are going to complain, where's the videos? So I'm going to make it with the clips so people don't complain about the not having clips. So that's where I stand on that. So stuff will eventually be coming. I don't completely know. In between comic retrospectives and movie retrospectives and all that, it'll be out eventually. It's just, I just don't know fully when. and I forgot to mention when Family Adventures is from co-host Zach. So shout out to my amazing brother, who you will see later in this video, since this is a re-recorded video. Yeah, I recorded this on Christmas, and I got more books and shuffled stuff around, and didn't like how it was for my part of that video. Really like Zach's. Zach did a good job, but I didn't. And I'm re-recording this, and I'm happy. And this next book, also from a brother, that is the Paul Dini Zatanna book. This is a really thick trade. A really, really big trade. It's like $50, but it was like $30 on Amazon. So it's like an epic collection size. It's 18 issues. It's really big and awesome. And the cool thing that it has at the back is it has specifically a tip thing for it's essentials for the DCU. It says for Gods and Monsters, which is the first chapter. And the books that they recommend here, I'm gonna list these. All-Star Superman, The Authority, Book 1, Batman and Robin Reborn, Batman and Son, Booster Gold 52 pickup, Creature Commandos by Jam DeMatteis, Swamp Thing, Superwoman Woman of Tomorrow, Wonder Woman Historia of the Amazons, Wonder Woman Paradise Lost, Wonder Woman Paradise Found, and Waller vs. Wildstorm. So those are the books that James Gunn said, hey, I think, probably James Gunn. I don't fully know if it is James Gunn, but someone's like, hey, you gotta read these. Go into that. So next, we have a book I've been wanting a long time. You've seen the channel profile picture. If you know my personal account, you know my profile picture. It's a cool graphic made by my brother of my favorite character in, all of fiction. I said about a few characters, but this might be, it's close. And maybe wondering what this book is. Sadly, I'm noticing just minor amounts more damage every time I look at it, and I do minor amounts of damage. Even picking this up, I did some damage, which very sad, but pages are mostly fine. That is the Nightwing by Chuck Dixon. It's A Night in Bloodhaven Compendium 1, which collects a lot of miniseries and the first miniseries and tie-ins in the first 25 issues of the main run, which is exciting and awesome. And this was got it for Christmas from my parents, but it's been just $35, where you get what is over 1,000 pages of comics, which is just excellent to have for that price, because Marvel, even I know it's not the nicest paper compared to Marvel Epics, but Marvel Epic collections are $45 before being on sale. And this is $20 more retail, and it gets you triple the amount of an Epic, or double the amount of an Epic, which is just amazing. It still collects a good amount. But yeah, and now I have 2 more DC books, where now we're getting into hardcovers instead of just standard trade paperbacks. So I have 2 deluxe editions, and then we go on to Indie, and then we'll do Marvel to round off my part of the video, and then we go to that college boy, that guy Zach, that guy. So yeah. Next we have Batman: The Long Halloween Deluxe Edition, and it might be Alex, what is that behind you, Alex? What's that Batman Jeff Loeb himself thing? Didn't Jeff Loeb himself write Long Halloween? Is that the same story? Did you double dip on the same story in the same format? Yes, and I admit it. Do I like to double dip a lot? No. Do I like to double dip in the same format? No. But did I do it? Yeah, and I'm not apologizing. Okay. I got this because I just sort of wanted to read the story solo on its own, and not have to get out the Omni, because I didn't perfectly know how to treat Omnis. So the spine isn't stretched as much, and it's not as nice as some of my other ones in when it comes to the condition. So I don't really like touching it a ton and reading some of the stories. So I have this so I can just read Long Halloween and not have to try to have my Omni damaged more. And this is again from my parents, but it was a good deal to where it's not like a horrific like waste of money to get the story. And I'm happy with it. No dust jacket. It's an interesting, just all made design. And I really like the hardcover, and it just looks good. And I will probably not get the Absolute edition, but I don't know. I might end up getting it. I don't fully know. Next, we have a book that has quite a few of my favorite creators in comics. Mainly writer and like two of the artists I love, but this is Superman Unchained, New 52 Deluxe Edition. Scott Snyder, Jim Lee, Scott Williams. I don't really know who Alex Sinclair is, but that's a really cool first name there. But then we have Dustin Nguyen, who is an amazing artist. Because again, I mentioned this book a lot. I love this book a lot, and it's Robin and Batman, Jeff Lemire, Dustin Nguyen. And it's fantastic, and you just need to read it. So, just looking to see if Gwen was on another one of the books. He is not, but this is what apparently is the better Superman book in the New 52, because I've heard that the other two aren't amazing. Even though Action Comics is apparently a good amount better than Superman, it's still messed up. Marv was not happy, and messing with Marv Wolfman is something that I don't like on this channel because I love Marv Wolfman. So yeah, guess on to the next part. I'm gonna like put some books back in between, and I have to like move stuff before I get back to talking about these books. So see you then. So now it's on to I was able to fit all the books to where I don't have to cut again until I do. Forgot to mention this in the intro. I'm doing collectibles. So I'll talk about some collectibles, which is basically just like a few Funkos, which I'll just talk about getting, which are pretty neat, and then it'll be Zach's part. Then video's over. So it will start with the Independent Studios. Now, Independent Studios, for this, it's just 2 image books. But, yeah. 2 books I have is Geiger by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank, which I enjoyed. It's a fun book under the new imprint of Ghost Machine, which I enjoyed. It wasn't my favorite thing. I'm more interested in Junkyard Joe, which I will pick up maybe in a trade, maybe in a deluxe. I don't fully know. I'll eventually pick that up, but I enjoyed this. It was a fun read, interesting idea. Love the creative team, Jeff Johns, Gary Frank. Great writer, great artist. That's my thoughts on that. And next we have a book that I love and hate at the same time, because it makes me very happy, and it also makes me sad. That is The Invincible Library Edition Volume 2. Because it makes me happy because I love the book. It's amazing. It's the greatest thing ever. I loved the first one when I got it. Alright, the second one for Christmas here, which made me happy. Like, got the Geiger and stuff. All that exciting. Christmas is this stuff. Forgot to mention again, I keep forgetting stuff, I don't know why. But Geiger was the last book from my brother out of the 4 books. And he'll display what I got him. So, yeah, but I love this book. It's amazing. It's fun. It's a lot of the stuff that's in the second Invincible season is in here. Like the big brain guy and Oliver, the goat Oliver. Because who doesn't like Oliver? If you don't like Oliver, then you can get out of here. Because Oliver is the GOAT. Like, you gotta like Oliver. Who doesn't like Oliver? If you don't like Oliver, again, get out of here. Oliver, awesome. It's fun. But why I'm sad about it is that Volume 3 has not been reprinted since I was born. Basically. Like, Volume 3, they originally did the first 3 volumes, and then they stopped. And then they reprinted 1 and 2 last year. And then they did 4, 5, and 6, which they hadn't released, which finished all of Invincible. They still haven't reprinted 3. And you know, I'm really wanting to reprint 3 because I think the last one is either 2011 or so between 2011 and 2014 is when they originally printed it, and that was the only print. So, like, for most of my life, it's been out of print, and I just want to read it because I don't know, I like collecting stuff, as you can see. So, now, we have our Marvel books, our 3 Marvel books. First, we have the One Epic Collection, and that is Captain America, our Soldier Saga. I'm sad because it got really damaged in shipping. So, there's a lot of cracks and stuff, and on the back, there's a dent here, which I'm sad about when reading, but the pages are mostly intact. It's mainly the outside, other than the pages being a tiny bit creased at points, which is not ideal, but I can read it, and I won't die, but I want my books to be in good condition, as most people do. Most people don't want their books damaged. It's a crazy opinion, but true. Most people don't want their books damaged. And the next book we have is a tie-in to some other stuff that'll be key and important and stuff later, and that is, a lot of people possibly know, it's that I've read Silver Age Spider-Man. What I mean, I've read all of Silver Age Spider-Man, and that means the first Spider-Man books ever created. I read the first 182 issues, which is 5 omnis. Most of it was epic, where I read 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 in epic, and then the 4th and 5th omni, which I loved. The 3rd volume of the epic I read online, since it wasn't in print, and I really enjoyed it. I was happy, having a great time. And volume 6 is going to be released very soon, which is very exciting and interesting. I've pre-ordered it. I don't want to mention that, but I pre-ordered it from OPB to where it'll be in my next haul, which I'm really excited for. But this is the book that comes after it, since there's not a volume 7 to sort of go in between. So I'll read that, and I'll read this. And that is a lot of explanation that I just spat out. But this is Spider-Man the Complete Black Costume Saga, which has very, yes, artists and creators, but some main ones are Tom DeFalco, Roger Stern, Stan Lee, Christopher Priest, David Michelinie. And that's sort of the main ones, other than Sal Buscema, and I think John might have worked on some of this. So that's all the stuff with that. It's a collection of a lot of issues after Secret Wars. And there is a minor reprint in these, apparently. So I don't know which reprint I got, because there's 2 sets. There's a 17-page versus a 1-page mishap with the printings. So hopefully I got the better end of the stick. And now we have the final book of this video for me. That is the excellent book. I've already read this. Loved it. It completes a set for me. In my opinion, it completes a set, even though there's more volumes. And that is Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 3, which collects the rest of Bendis and Bagley's Ultimate Spider-Man run, which is all I am wanting, and I will in fact not get the other volumes, even though I love this. I've heard that it sort of drops off in quality, and I'm just wanting to get a lot of other books, so I think I'm done. Happy with my 3 volumes that I loved and don't want to stretch it to stuff that I might not like, which will possibly sour me to the book.
I'm here now. My name's Zach from Comic Central, and I'm going to be going over what I got for Christmas today. I'm Alex's brother. Just going to re-say that. First off, my parents, they got me Vinland Saga Deluxe Edition, which Vinland Saga is an incredible manga and anime focusing on Vikings and a main character named Thorfinn who struggles with going from war to a peaceful life. And I got book 1 and book 2 of the Deluxe Edition. So I'm really excited about that one. And then going on to what my brother got me, Alex from the Comic Central.
His brother seemed really cool.
His brother does seem really cool. First off, he said he got me an indie comic, and I opened this up last night because we allowed each other to open up one. And I opened up this one, The Many Deaths of Lila Starr. And this looks phenomenal, and I read the back. Great art inside of it, really vivid colors. It's great. It's about the avatar of death being put into humanity when immortality is found. And if immortality is going to continue becoming the norm, or if death is going to continue. So that one's pretty interesting. And the next 2 I got from my buddy Gabe, and I've heard good things about this one. He got me Star Wars Vader Down. I've heard really good things about this one, it being one of the greatest Star Wars comics. And it is just phenomenal. I just realized this looking at it. It is created by Jason Aaron and Karen Gillan. Jason Aaron, the writer of the new Absolute Superman. So I'm excited to read that, because that would have been from a couple of years ago that Vader Down one was released. And then the next one, I got Star Wars Shattered Empire. I haven't heard too much about this one, but the art speaks for itself so far. So it just looks phenomenal on the inside. I've heard of Rucka before. I've seen their stuff around, and Kaketo as well. So I'm excited to read this one. The next ones are from my brother again. The next 2, which he got me Batman Arkham Asylum, and he's been talking to me about this for at least a year and a half now, saying that it would be something I would really like to read. And written by Grant Morrison, and Grant Morrison is just phenomenal in everything they do. So, man, I'm hyped to read this one. And looking at the art on the front, kind of like a gothic style of art with muted colors and tones, I think it's going to be a phenomenal read, and I can't wait to get into it. Then, the last thing on the list that I've been wanting for a long time is the Hickman Fantastic Four Omnibus 1. Now, this is going to be an amazing read. I'm not going to say why I wanted it, because it's a big spoiler, but
it's on the cover.
Okay, yeah, it's on the cover, but
It's a variant.
Yeah, it's a variant as well. Yeah, the art on the back is also very cool. I can't wait to read it. But yeah, if you want to slide in to say anything on the sidelines, Alex has been here.
Yes, I've been here. You might have been able to hear me in the background coaching my brother.
Yeah.
I'm his head coach of
but
yeah.
those are the comics and the manga I got for Christmas this year.
Yeah, and then this might be the end, but there might be another part of me getting stuff of future Alex. So yeah,
Cool.
but until then. Okay, now you could have sort of seen the stuff in the background that's moved, or you might know what's in this collectible haul. Forgot one more thing. I have to grab this too. This is the last of these things. So the first one is the Spider-Man 43 Funko sort of tower thing. That was, I think, % off. That my like mom and brother got me, since my brother's back for break, but I was at school. So they were like, Zach wanted stuff, and my mom's like, hey, I'll buy this, but we'll get Zach, or I'll pay Zach, I'll buy you this, but I'm gonna give Alex some cool stuff too. It's like, you pick up cool stuff for Alex. So got me this Funko, which I really like. It's really cool. You've seen it in the background of a few of my videos at this point, probably. Along with that Crisis on Campus, that's a new sort of decoration thing. But along with that, hey, let's get Alex some cool stuff trip at Target. They got me the Spider-Man soap from Dr. Squatch, and it smells really good. I have not used it yet, but it smells really good. And I can smell like Spider-Man now. Most people can't say that they smell like Spider-Man, but I can. That's cool, in my opinion. And next we have 3 Funkos. So this first one is this. Most of this stuff is from Target. It's the Daredevil Shadowland. The box is like really messed up, and there's like stickers that didn't fully peel off and stuff, which I hate, but cool Funko. There's stuff like shanking around in it. It's like a bargain thing where it was like $4 or $5 and cheap, which is amazing. Since I just in general like the figure, that's the main thing. I'll put it back in its spot. I like the figure, and I'm happy with it, and that's the main thing. Next, we have another one that was like a really good bargain thing, but this one's in better condition. Then, the Daredevil one. This is one of my favorite characters, and that's Batman Beyond. Because I really like Batman Beyond. It really just says Batman, but it's Batman Beyond. Cool suit, everything, love it. Because I really like Batman Beyond. Love the TV series. May do a retrospective of it one day. I need to finish the animated series. This last one I got it at the same comic shop as I got for all seasons. And that is a Batgirl Cassandra Cain. And I think it's really cool. And it's in a set of a lot of other ones like Batwing and Clown Hunter, the Joker, War Joker, and like Signal and Spoiler. I might get Spoiler, but I'm not going to complete the set of this. But this is a really cool figure since it's the Black Bat design, which I think just truly looks amazing. Sort of putting these back while I talk about them. But that is my haul.